The International Monetary Fund (IMF) is thoroughly preparing to host thousands of delegates and media at the 2023 spring meetings in Washington, D.C. The IMF and World Bank jointly host the meetings of the world's finance ministers, central bankers, civil society organizations, parliamentarians, and nearly 600 journalists. The 2023 spring meetings of the World Bank Group and IMF will take place in person from Monday 10th April to Sunday 16th in the World Bank Group and IMF headquarters in Washington, D.C. The World Trade Organization's global trade growth for 2023 is expected to be superb despite a slight upgrade to GDP projections since the fall of 2022. In the latest forecast by WTO economists, the 2023 global trade outlook released on Wednesday weighed down by the effects of the war in Ukraine, high inflation, tighter monetary policy, and financial market uncertainty. The volume of world merchandise trade is expected to grow by 1.7%, following 2.7% growth in 2022, a smaller than expected increase that was pulled down by a sharp slump in the fourth quarter.
Downside risks to the forecast include the vulnerabilities that have been revealed in the banking sector of late. It appears that these recent banking failures in the US and Europe have been mostly contained, but rapidly increasing interest rates could create further strains in financial markets that then could, of course, also have implications for international trade. But there's also some upside potential, particularly from the relaxation of COVID-19 restrictions in China, particularly for services such as travel and transport. And of course, a peaceful end to the war in Ukraine and a reduction in broader geopolitical tensions would also greatly improve the outlook for the global economy.
The fact is that trade in digitally delivered services is booming. According to our estimates, global export reached $3.82 trillion in 2022. And what is impressive about these services is the pace of growth, an almost fourfold increase in value since 2005.
Global GDP is expected to return to more normal levels, and trade growth is expected to rebound in line with that. The rebound is slightly stronger, but that's just part of the nature of trade. Trade tends to be more volatile. So when world GDP increases, trade tends to increase more. When world GDP declines, trade tends to move in the same direction, but just more so. So you get a kind of a whipsaw effect.